to stay focused on our jobs, take care of business, be as disciplined as we can, and get after it.
15 years at this job, and everyone knows the success and the championships and the record. But on a weekend like this, I was just thinking about, as you said, you start to dial it down a little bit. I mean, are you able to look around tomorrow as you walk in? This is the epicenter of college football.
Well, I don't know which game it was, but when I was at Florida State as an offensive coordinator, we were playing Florida. And it's pregame, and we're just about to go in the locker room after pregame. But for the first time, I looked around and said, this is awesome. I mean, how many people get to do this? And I've learned to kind of smell the roses a little bit, or drink the coffee, or whatever people say, just a little bit. I mean, you have to focus on your job, and that's what's most important. But we do a very special thing. We have a very special job. You've got a great job that not many people can have, and I don't take it lightly. I enjoy it, and I'm just thankful to be a part of something as big as this.
While you were preparing for Alabama, the greatest dog ever, Herschel Walker, was quoted. I don't know, and I wondered how it must have gone down. I mean, he was. We'll talk to him tomorrow.
Sure.
There may be some context. I mean, you of all people know what it's like.
Sure.
But he said he thought Leonard Fournette was better than him, which surprised me. And I know Coach Dooley was here earlier and surprised him.
Right.
But it may have also surprised Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel, players that are of great ilk. But
I don't think it bothered our guys in any way. And I know Herschel well enough. I mean, if somebody asked him a question, they probably said, how good is Fournette? And he probably said, hey, I think he's better than me. If they asked him the same question about Gurley or Chubb, he might have had the same comment, because I know how he is. Even when my first year at Georgia, I had a recruit that wanted to wear number 34. Okay? So I'm thinking to myself, there's no way in my first year I'm giving away Herschel Walker's retired jersey, retired number. And but Herschel, he called me and said, look, if this kid wants 34, let him have it. Let's get the best players in here. But no, I didn't offer it to him. I'm like, Herschel, there's no way. My first move is going to be to give your jersey away.
Which brings the question: is there any player that you would offer Herschel Walker's jersey to?
I don't.
You got a couple of guys on your team now. You would have probably thought about it.
I always tell them, the man makes the number. The number doesn't make the man. So anyway, I wasn't about to do that.
Well, Coach Dooley was emphatic, though. He and he was also very proud of you. He talked about when he hired you and how much you've met. And I know you are the head coach and you don't get hung up in the noise, but every time there is some criticism of you, it is interesting to hear the reaction. And there's not much, by the way. You have a pretty loyal fan base out there.
Yeah, well, that's good. I love these dogs. I mean, as soon as my wife and I took this job, we decided we love Athens before we moved in, and we wanted to be a part of this community, and I wanted to be here for the long haul. I did not want to be looking for something else better, because there is nothing better for us. And we love our fans. They're awesome, and we just want to show them the best football team we could possibly show them on Saturday, and I'm pleased that they're going to help us win.
And finally, I heard you talk about that once, and a lot of times coaches do get mentioned, but it's not because you're not successful, and I know that there have been inquiries, but you don't ever hear about them with you. And is it because of you just said this is it?
Well, there's headhunters that behind the scenes are trying to gauge interest and gauge matches and all that. And anytime I've ever had a phone call from one of them, I just tell them I'm not interested. I've never tried to leverage anything for more money or for more fame or more anything. I've always been very, very loyal to Georgia, and that's just the way I operate, I guess.
You mentioned fame, and I mean, you seem, I don't want to act like I know any more than the next person who has encountered you, but you don't seem like this stuff really gets through to you. That you're grounded, you know what you're about, you know who you are.
Well, first of all, this job's way too big for one man to do, obviously. There's so many people that deserve credit when things go well, and I take more enjoyment out of watching players succeed, watching assistant coaches succeed. And I don't care who gets the credit. I'm not looking for credit. I'm really looking to be obedient to my Lord and Savior on a daily basis. That's kind of my goal, and that's kind of how I've been operating since 1986.
That would leave me with almost nothing to follow up,
Okay.
because it's such a remarkable statement. I told you this before, and I'll say it one more time, because I, in full disclosure, didn't completely understand your methods. It's easy to sit in the peanut gallery and to take shots, which we all, well, some of us on this side do.
Sure.
But I heard you speak one morning about 5 or 6 years ago, and you gave your testimony. I will tell you, you can lose every game from now on. It won't make any difference. I mean, you affected me in a way that I didn't ever expect to be affected. It was remarkable, and I know you've helped a lot of people in that regard.
God bless. Can I tell a story real quick? Is it too late?
We have all the time in the world.
All right. A man yesterday, walking into the Butts-Mehre building, our football complex, found a $100 bill. He gave it to our receptionist. And then the receptionist held the money in case this person who lost it would come back. The man came back, got his $100 bill, and it reminded me of Proverbs 20, verse 7, which said, "A righteous man who walks in his integrity blesses his children after him." Well, that man was my dad, who came to the office. And I just want to publicly say, Dad, I love you, and thank you for your integrity and how you bless me.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thank
Coach
you.
Mark Richt, what a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
We'll take a break. We're live in Athens. We'll be right back.
Thanks for letting me do that.
That was great. Thank you, Coach.